Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. When Upasana was done by Hemachud, what happened to him that two things became very obvious. One thing, there is nothing left worth searching and struggling for in this world. Therefore, Vishaya Nairashyam, dispassion towards the worldly things and beings. And second thing, when we have dispassion towards worldly things and beings, there cannot be an attitude of indulgence. No indulgence at all. And when these two channels of expenditure of energy are blocked, see, all our energy is blocked in these two pursuits. Either we are pursuing the worldly things, running after the worldly people, or we are spending the energy in indulgence. And as a result, we remain exhausted and tired. Such an exhausted and tired person cannot be contemplative. See, like we have seen ourselves. Yesterday I was on the roads for the whole day. So when I came back, normally I read for some time or I sit for some time. Nothing. I came and just dashed to the bed and immediately started snoring. Therefore, if we are doing upasana, we have been devoted to the Lord, the grace of the Lord comes in the form of Vishaya Nairashyam and Vicharonmukha Buddhi. The mind is now able to contemplate and think. And when this happened to Hemachud, then he asked this question. That, oh my dear wife, you told me something in a very peculiar language, which I couldn't understand. Can you please tell me? So, Parachitir me janani sakhi buddhir mata mama avidyatva sati sokta jaya buddhi susangata. Now from here, our descent from the absolute to the relative is indicated. See, we are essentially divine. Step number one. There are two ways of contemplation. One way of contemplation is we start where from we are lost. We are lost in this world. Why the wife is like that, why the children are like that, why the government is like that, blah, 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 blah. And then you struggle and no reply comes. Because this is always like this. Then, anyway, whatever there, what can we do? See? So, we start slowly withdrawing. Then, the second step that comes is we struggle in this world, I versus you. And there also we get success, we get failure. And this buffeting effect of success and failure, that also tires us. And then we feel this is enough now. Let us go for satsanga, at least there is a good time pass. And then we come for satsanga. And when we come for satsanga, there, although we have never expected, but then we start getting different doses. All our notions about ourselves, about the world, about the God and about the spiritual practice, that starts undergoing change. And when that starts undergoing change, we start spiritual practice in two ways. One, I want to do something, so then I becomes very clearly defined and strong. And then to discipline oneself, I want to do yoga. So there also the I becomes very strong. So we lead a life of dharma with reference to the world around us. Second, we lead the life of yoga with reference to the self-discipline. When these two things are being done, that time, again the I becomes more clear and well-disciplined. And this is the biggest problem we all have, Mr. I. Now this Mr. I is now engaged, withdrawn from the world, and yoga now engaged in the upasana. See? And when we do the upasana, if we are in contact with anything for a longer period of time, we are bound to get into inquiry what it is, how it is. See? Like, one example, I am in contact with my laptop. So, again and again I open it, see, close it, open it, do another. Then I want to know more and more about it. What are the more possibilities? What can be done? So, upasana must lead to inquiry. If the upasana doesn't lead to inquiry, then we are mechanical in our upasana. And those people who are mechanical in their upasana, they will be going to the temple, doing the japa, observing the fast, etc., only mechanically. Their life becomes nirasa. There is no charm left in their life. See? They will be doing it sincerely, but not intelligently. And then such people are only demanding artho jijnasur artharthi. So their upasana is only signing an MOU with the Lord. Last time I told you, we sign an MOU with the Lord. Oh Lord, you have got infinite powers and no desire. Then, I have got infinite desires and no power. Then, let us sign an MOU. Then, your powers will be utilized, my desires will be fulfilled. Devotion is signed. The real devotion leads to dispassion. And this is exactly what has happened to Hemashud. So when we get out of the devotion, then we come in inquiry. And then the inquiry begins about ourselves, about the world, about the God, and about the spiritual practice. This is one path. Now when we come to the stage of inquiry, now inquiry is again conducted from two angles. One angle is how the whole phenomena of life is from the relative standpoint. What is the position of north, east, west with reference to south? This angle. Then second is, what is the position of the north with reference to the space? Then third position, what is the third angle? What is the position of the different direction from the standpoint of the space? Changing these standpoints is the spiritual practice. When we step on the path of inquiry. Here, Hemalekha has told that my mother is the Parachiti, Mahachiti, the pure conscious existence. So we started from the absolute. Absolute is that where there cannot be any relative. From the spaces standpoint, there is no north, east, west, south. There is no place. Then, that my mother is the Parachiti. So Parachitir me janani, Sakhi me buddhimata mama. And then my friend, my Sakhi, is the buddhi, the intellect. And thereafter, avidya tu asati sokta. Now the avidya is not absence of knowledge. Avidya is incomplete knowledge. incomplete knowledge creates problem. See? So what is the incomplete knowledge? Incomplete knowledge is whatever I see by my eyes, that alone I believe. What cannot be seen by my eyes, I don't accept. That means the limitations of the eye are taken as the final authority of knowledge. See, friends, whatever can be heard by the ears, only that alone is the truth. Whatever can be understood by the mind or the intellect, that alone is the truth. What cannot be understood, I don't accept. That means we have got so much of dependence on our faculties through which we are recognizing the world, and this perception through the limitations of the mind, intellect and the senses, and taking that limited perception to be the ultimate, this is the play of Maya, avidya. And therefore avidya to asati, asati not the truth. It is only a partial. So, this avidya is to asati and yaya buddhi susangata. Now this intellect, my friend, she is under the influence of this avidya, the incomplete knowledge. Then what happens? Then avidya, the incomplete knowledge, has an ability to project so many things. See? If you know, come back to our originality, snake and a rope. I told you, Vedanta is not complete without snake and rope. You may not know Brahman, doesn't matter. But you must know the snake and the rope. So, the snake is known incomplete. There is something, but what is that is not known. So, perception of something is avidya, incomplete knowledge. Then what this avidya, incomplete knowledge will do? It will start projecting. It may be a snake, it may be a garland, it may be a hose pipe, it may be a crack in the soil. So this avidya, ignorance, has got the ability to project many things. And when many things are projected, we get lost in the multiplicity and forget the base, the rope which was supporting the total projection. See, friends. Therefore, this avidya has got samarthyam loke spashta visidritam yad rajau sarva mahasya mahavitim prayachati. Now, if you are mistaking the rope for the snake and run away, there is no harm. But there was one student, studying Vedanta all the time, snake, rope, snake. And then he has to go from the ashram to his home. So he was packing his luggage and he wanted a rope. So there was a snake there. He thought it cannot be a snake because we are Vedanti. And then he took the snake as a rope, and then the tragedy started, both for the snake and so the snake said, but I am not a Vedanti, why are you tying me? See? So, then thereafter, Mahabhitim Prayachati, then Mahamohastu Tat Putraha. Then as a result, the terrible delusion takes place. Delusion about what? Our identity, about the world, about the God. The delusion takes place. Delusion is the atmosphere which leads to the creation of illusion. Delusion is subjective, illusion is objective. And this Mahamoha, the delusion takes place, and thereafter Manaha Tasya Sutaha Abhavat. Then from the delusion is born the mind. And what the mind does, then Tasya Patni Kalpanasyat. The mind is that which gets married. Therefore, intelligence doesn't get married, it is the mind which gets married. That is why intelligent people never get married. And therefore, husband and wife can never be intelligent. Tathastu. See? Then this mind gets married and they have a child. The wife of that mind is Kalpana, the ability to imagine. You go on imagining. And what is the imagination? Imagination, if that object I get, I will be very happy. This is how everybody falls in love. They never rise in love. Go on imagining. And then further imagination. Without a life, what is a wife? And then you get married. Then after some time, what a life because of the wife. Then want to separate. You may separate, but you continue to be. Where will you run away? You are there wherever you go. The source of all the problems. But the mind will make us dance. And then this mind has 5 children. Which are the 5 children? The 5 sense organs. Mind alone comes out of the eyes and becomes the vision. Mind alone comes out of the ear and becomes the hearing ability. Therefore, when the mind runs here and there, although ears are open, we don't understand anything. So the mind alone has become 5. See, friends. Thus, this is a road map of fall. Absolute consciousness expressing through any body as life. Life is a phenomena, but life is mistaken as the individuality. Now this mistaken understanding of the individuality called as the jiva has the friend given by the Lord as the intellect, and the intellect comes under the influence of the incomplete knowledge, and thereby the moha, the delusion is born, and this delusion and this intellect, they have the first child called as the mind, and the mind is also trained by the grandmother and by the father, and as a result becomes expert in imagination. Kalpana becomes his wife, and thereafter the 5 children are born. See, from the one it is a ramification, expansion started. So when we come to the one organ, for example, the eyes, then eyes further gets divided, the vision further gets divided into multiplicity of the names and the forms and the colors. So the one is slowly coming down and becoming many. And in this fall, we forget the origin. And when we forget the origin, we are completely lost. From here to there, there to there. Therefore, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, Agre vanni prushte bhano ratro chubuk samarpita jano. We do tapasya, but we do not get rid of the desires. Desires are projected by the mind. See? Angam galitam paritam mundam dashana vihinam jatam tundam. We wait. The right time will come and then there will be spiritual unfoldment. By the time we become so old that other than the doctor we remember nobody. Then the third type of people, they do a lot of dharma punya karma. Then kurute ganga sagar gamanam vrata paripalanam athava dhanam. They get lost only in that. See, this is how we are lost only at the periphery of our personality. So, the mind now has 2 children from the 2 wives. One is the desire, other is the anger. Kama esha, krodha esha, rajoguna samudbhavaha, maha ashanaha, maha papma, viddena miha vairinam. So this kama has, this mind has 2 children, 2 sons, the desire and the anger. See? She should have told that mind has 2 daughters. Kamana. See? Kamana is the feminine gender for desire. And Kama is the masculine gender for desire. But she also knows, and the world also knows, parents are never miserable because of daughters. They are miserable because of sons. Why? Because they produce the daughters and hand over the daughter to other men to suffer. And then they are relaxed. And those who have got son, they hold on to the son and then the grandchildren, and the son goes for a nice ride, and these oldies are doing the babysitting throughout life. Therefore, those who are lucky, they have no children. Those who are little less lucky, they have got only daughters. Those who are still less lucky, they have got both daughter and son. And those who are unfortunate, only son, suffer silently. See, krodho lobhascha tad uktau tat puram tu sharirakam. And all these things, where it is happening as long as we are identified with the gross body. And one day, God's grace comes. We are exposed to satsanga. And the whole direction of our life changes. And this is the Mahamantra about our identity. Now when this happens, then pranaha is the friend and the mind is the companion, and this prana takes the body, the jiva, from one body to another body and keeps on moving here and there, here and there. One day the buddhi gets the wisdom and merges in the absolute self, and that freedom from I is the ultimate realization. Therefore, man matru loka sampraptihi moksha priya udavrataha. Therefore, moksha or the heaven is not a place. It is not reached in time. See? Moksha or heaven or the realization is an experience. I will give you that experience right away. Now you have to hold on to this throughout life. When you stand before the mirror, that time you are seeing at the mirror or in the mirror. We see in the mirror. And in the mirror we are looking at the reflection, but what we are seeing is ourselves. We are seeing the reflection, so we take the toothbrush and toothpaste. Do we apply to the mirror? No. We apply to ourselves. Suppose you see something dirty over here, then we don't clean it there. We clean it here. Means objective perception gives us a subjective experience. Atma upammena sarvatra samam pashyati yorjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sa yogi paramo mataha. Although we are operating on the platform of duality, but the non-dual experience doesn't get corrupted. That experience is called as the God realization. Now it is in our hands. Shatrau mitre putre bandhau ma kuru yatnam vigraha sandhau. Don't create friends and enemies in this world. See how simple is the God realization. But we get lost in small groups. See? I am a Tamilian, I am a Malayali, I am a Marathi, I am a Guju, I am a Bengali. Get distraught. The moment we understand the truth, there cannot be any obsession about anything. Are we obsessed? No, I am the big toe, not the small one. No, I am the hand, not the leg. No, I am the right hand, which gives me food, not the left hand dirty one. No. There is no sense of otherness. This experience that although we are functioning in the relative world, the non-dual status is not lost. Living in that experience is living in God realization. Evam prokta svavrittantam tu api evam vidam nanu tadyukte etas vidnyayam param shreyaha samapnuhi. Thus, I have told you all the details. Now, try to reflect on this and come to realize what the truth is. With this, 8th chapter ends. Now we enter the 9th chapter. Shrutvetam priyaya proktam hema chudo ati vismitaha harsha gadgadaya vacha punarvaktum prachakrame. So when he heard from his wife such deep and so straight understanding about the life, he became extremely overpowered by an emotional choke in his throat, harsha gadgadaya. And again he started talking to her. Dhanya priyesi nipuna ahote jnana vaibhavam kim varnayami yat proktam akhya rupataya akhilam. You are great, my dear wife, you are really great, you are extremely wise. Because the way you have explained the secret of life is unparalleled. Evam vidam savrittam me nabhavad viditam kvachid tad yuktyaham samprati tat karamalakavat sputam. When you told me earlier, I understood nothing. But when you explained, it became so obvious and clear. Karamalakavat, that means if there is an apple on your hand, you have no doubt about it. In the same manner, now my understanding is absolutely perfect. Smarami anubhavami antaraho loka kriya adbhuta kasa para chitir mada katham tasyastu no janihi. Therefore, now I am experiencing what you are telling as my essential nature, and when I look at the world, I am surprised how this world is so peculiar. Where from this world has come, how people are getting lost in that. Now I want to know from you, please tell me, this parachiti, the pure consciousness, the conscious existence is our mother that you told. Now what is the nature of this mother, the consciousness? Keva vayam swarupam kim asmakam tad bravimi me iti prushta he malekar ramo vacha priyam prati. Tattatreya Bhagwan says, Hey Ram, in this manner, when Hemalekha has asked that what is our essential nature and what this parachiti is, kindly tell me. So when this was said, then she started talking to her husband. Nata shrunu pravakshami gudhartham idamadarar vicharayat mano rupam buddhyat atyanta vishuddhaya na drishyam napi tadvacham ato vakshami tat katham jnata swatma sarupo vai tato jnasyasi mataram. Okay, my dear husband, Natha, now I shall be telling you, listen, this is the extremely secret of life. With all purity and faith and commitment, with the pure intellect, now you will listen and contemplate. Okay? Now this self cannot be seen and cannot be spoken of. See? I shall tell you that this self cannot be seen, cannot be spoken of. Now start thinking. Kenopanishad also the same topic comes. Na tartara chakshur gacchati, na vag gacchati, na manaha, na vidmaha, na vijanimaha, yatha etat anushishyat. None of our known means of knowledge are functional, nor do we know how to teach. Yatha etat anushishyat. How to teach. So what the student must be feeling? On the way I have come over here. I don't know. So, but then how did you come to know? I heard my Guru. Okay, what your Guru told? My Guru told the truth is other than the known and the unknown. What the truth is never told. Now the same technique is accepted here also. That na drishyam napi tad vachyam ato vakshami tad katham. Now you are asking me, but how can I talk? Because the truth cannot be seen nor it can be spoken of. And therefore, this truth can be known only by one's own experience. See? So, what is to be done thereafter? The teacher continues, Nahi adesha swarupe asti. There cannot be any instruction about the truth. Adeshaha, instruction. This is the truth. Na adeshaha asti. Tad adeshtu varjitam. Therefore, there is nobody who is the giver of knowledge. Nobody has given knowledge to anybody in this world. In Kaivalya Upanishad, the student approaches the teacher, Adihi Bhagavan Brahma Vidyam Varishtam Sada Sadbihi Sevyamanam Nigudam Yaya Chirat Sarva Papam Vyapoya Parat Param Purusham Yati Vidwan Tasmai Sahovaja Pitamahasya Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yogadavaihi. Adihi Bhagavan, oh God, oh teacher, teach me Brahma Vidya. And the teacher says, Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yogadavaihi. You learn, I cannot teach you. See, therefore, there cannot be anybody who can instruct about the truth. Therefore, what is to be done? Then by the pure intellect, which is supported by this absolute consciousness, by this you try to experience your own being. See? Then it said, Devadi Tiryagantanam Bhantam Bhanaihi Avasitam Bhantam Sarvatra Sarvasya Sarvada Bhanavarjitam. This mantra is something like Na Tatra Suryo Madhyana Chandratarakam Nema Vidyuto Bhanti Kuto Yamagnihi Tameva Bhantam Anubhati Sarvam Tasya Vasa Sarvamidam Vibhati. The truth is the one because of which everything is existing. Therefore, none of the known means of knowledge can ever illuminate the truth. Now, to understand this, take the simple examples which I have given number of times. In the light of this electrical energy, we can see everything. Has anybody ever seen how the electrical energy looks like? It cannot be seen. Because the manifest cannot illuminate that which is manifesting. If the sunlight falls on the mirror, the light beam which comes out of the mirror can illuminate other objects. That light beam cannot illuminate the sun, how the sun is like. Here also, this truth is the one because of which all the forms of life are enlivened. Therefore, none of them can ever know this. Katham kutra kada kena nirupeta pileshataha mannetram darshayed vyaktum uktam etat priyaduna natracharyasya upayogo yatha nayana darshane nipunopi mahacharyaha katham netram pradarshayed. Now tell me, has anybody any time ever explained this reality? It cannot be explained. For example, whatever may be a great acharya, can any acharya has ever been able and successful to show you your own eyes? See? Nobody can show us our own eyes. How simple it is. Meaning, the subject can never become the object. Or, when the subject and the object difference disappears, then there is, although appearance of the duality, but recognition of the non-duality. See friends, this alone gives pure love. Love born out of the gunas, the attributes, is fluctuating depending upon the stability of the attributes. I get married with a girl because she is very beautiful and blah 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 blah. And after marriage something happens and her beauty disappears. Then immediately the love also disappears. There is one person about whom I heard in USA from somebody. They got married, love marriage. And after love marriage, a child was born. And the child is a spastic girl, a problem child. Now the husband very clearly told her, I cannot continue with this kind of baby throughout life. You have the baby and bye-bye. He just left. So, the love was only gauna. Gauna means secondary or born out of the gunas attributes. When that guna attribute is gone, love also becomes evaporated. Therefore, Nipunaha api mahacharya katham netram pradarshayet ataha. Therefore, Guru rupayotra tat upaya pradarshanaat tatte vakshami upayantam shrunu sanyata manasaha. So in this area, who can help us? Only the Guru, who will tell us upaya. Upaya means what? Upa means near. Upanishad, near. And aya gatau, that which brings us nearer than the nearest, is the upaya. Like we have come to Lakshmi's house from our places. So, kena upayena, by what upaya? We took our car, we drove over here, and when we entered the house, we have first dropped the car outside, and then the shoes outside, then we have entered. So, upaya are those which are used and dropped. Then only we can enter the house. In the same manner, Guru here will tell us the upaya. So, Ataha Guru Upaya Traha Tat Upaya Pradarshanat Tatte Vakshami Upayantam Shrunu Sanyata Manasaha. So now I shall tell you the Upaya, the means by which you will be able to achieve this. Now Shrunu Sanyata Manasaha. Again and again this thing comes. Now be attentive. Be single pointed. Don't run here and there. Acha, whatever. No. 100% availability. Now what is said? Yavat tattvam atmani mamatyevantu pratipashyasi tataha param nijam rupam janma meti na bhatite. Why there is a choking today? Maybe I have to use this. See, in this world, we experience everything as mine or not mine. So whatever is experienced as mine, that you are not. What you are is not told. See? Whatever is experienced as mine, that you are not. Now go and reflect. See? No, you must spoon feed me. See? Like we have to live our life, we have to die our death, we have to practice our spiritual practice. Nobody can help us. One has to be very clear about it. Otherwise we keep on imagining Guru Maharaj aayenge and he will touch your head and something will happen. Nothing is going to happen. Take any Guru Maharaj. They have gone themselves through the hammer and the chisel treatment. So the one who has gone through hammer and chisel, he will not take a brush. He will also have hammer and chisel. See? Therefore, Gatvai kanti vivichetat jajjad mahati mamatvatah tattat parityajya param swatmani avilakshaya. So, he is told now, go in a corner, in a very secret place, and there whatever you are recognizing as mine, reject it, and that which cannot be rejected, that thou art. What that is not told. That you find out. For example, यथा अहम ते ममत्वेन भासमानात्मतामयी संबंध मात्रात् आत्मीया न स्वरूपगता ही अहम. Like for example, you and me. I am your wife. So, you know me, sambandha, because of the relations. Earlier I was not your wife. Now I am your wife. So, my wife. So actually I am not you. Because the relationship is on the possessiveness. Therefore, come to realize this and continue this drama of life. Don't hang on and hold on to me. Mama artham akilam tyaktva yat tyaktum naiva shakyate tatha atmanam samalaksham param shreya samapnuhi. So now you start. Whatever is recognized as mine, start rejecting it. That means, should I take divorce? No, you did not take. Why? Because first of all, find out what is the meaning of giving up the things. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Give up something means what? First of all, find out what is yours. Now this mic belongs to our Manju. Will I say, I have given up this mic? I cannot give up. It is not mine. One girl comes and tells me, Swamiji, I am very angry with you. Hey, never mind. What never mind? Talak, talak, talak. Then I ask her, but when we were married, oh, marriage is required before divorce? Yes. Oh, I didn't know that. In the same manner, I want to renounce my wife. I want to renounce my husband. When they were yours. See, it is only an adjustment at the mental level. That's all. Don't take these relations to be real. And because we take these relations to be real, we become miserable. Same thing is the children. Why children, wife, take your own body? Our body is not created by us, our body doesn't listen to us, and yet I am the body, and the body is mine. Therefore, what is the meaning of real renunciation? It is a wisdom. Come to discover really what is ours that we can give up. See, friends, therefore whatever is recognized by us as mine, renounce that and come to a point where you cannot give up something. That which cannot be given up is you. See, friends. So, mamartham akilam tyaktva yat tyaktum naiva shakyate, that which cannot be rejected, tatha tam atmanam samalaksha param shreyaha samapnuhi. This is what is your essential nature. See, friends. Therefore, ityukta priya hemachuda utthaya vaidrutam yatha ashvam samaruya tarkshane nagarad bahi udyanam nandana samam pravishya kshanamatrataha vanantam saudavam unnamram sphatikam prabhisheshah visrujya अनुचरान सर्वान द्वारपालान अशायतः न कोप्यत्र प्रविशतु मयि एकांत विचारणे राजा मात्याश्च गुरवः राजा व्याप्यत्र संगतः अप्रवेश्य एव यावद् अहमाज्ञां दिशामि वः इत्युक्त्वा आरुह्य सौधाग्र्यं नववीं भूमिम् आविशत् तत्र वातायने चित्रे सर्वलोक अवलोकने. When he heard this instruction from his guru, he said, okay, here I go. He rode Honda. He took his horse and went to a beautiful place like a heavenly garden where there was big, beautiful building, tall building. He told the servants, look here, nobody enters here till I call. Maybe it's my father, guru or anybody. Nobody comes here. And he goes on the 9th floor. See, these are all very subtle points. 9th floor. Bhumirapo nalo vayu kham mano buddhireva cha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakriti ashtadha. 8 floors. Yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahara, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. 8 floors. See? Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, then your Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Agya, Sahasrara. See? In Yoga Shastra, this comes like in Guru Stotra, Bindunada Kalatitam Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. So up to the gross manifestation are the 7 chakras. Then Nada and the Bindu. See? These, that's Bindu, the 7th, the 9th one. Therefore, one of the techniques of meditation is this. This Nada Brahma Sadhana is this. Therefore, in every religion, there is a bell. Tan. See, here you have a bell.
Yes.
Now I will ring this bell, and when the bell rings, follow the sound where it dies. That experience where the sound dies, that is the experience of merging in the Bindu. Nada Bindu Kala Tita. Kala is the forms. Nada is the sound. Bindu is the origin. That which is beyond these three. Bindu Nada Kala Tita Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Now, hear the sound first and then follow the sound as it dies. Where it reaches, there you are. This is the 9th floor. He reached on the 9th floor, and from there he could see everything. From the absolute standpoint, what will be the experience of the relative? From the absolute standpoint, relative is only projection and imagination. Absolute is woman. The same woman is looked upon from different angles. The father looks at the woman, his perception is daughter. The husband looks at the woman, his perception is wife. The child looks at the same woman, the perception is mother. So, who was born was a woman. And all relations are created in relation to something. And who is miserable? He is not the woman, but it is the daughter. Dad, so stingy, never gives me anything. Daughter is miserable. Wife, I don't know why I had to get him only in my life. Husband is miserable, wife is miserable. See, friends, reaching the 9th floor is this. What will be the experience of water when the waves break? What will be the experience of water when one drop falls in the ocean? Oh God, I am going to get drowned? No. Water is never afraid of getting drowned in the ocean, nor afraid that the waves are broken, I will be broken. This is what is. He went on the 9th floor. Navamim bhuvim avishat. Tatra vatayane chitre sarvaloka avalokane. And from that absolute standpoint, now he started looking at all the experiences of his life. See, friends, we all have gone through good and bad experiences. Parikshalokan karmachitan brahmanaha nirvedamayat. Now stop for a moment and look all that you have gone through, right from childhood. See, and come to this point. And then you'll come to know that our whole life has been a wrong approach. What is the wrong approach? We are struggling to attain fulfillment by fulfilling our desires. Nothing else. And these desires we are glorifying. See? In 3rd chapter, Bhagavan says, the desires are of 3 types. See? Dhumena vriyate vannihi yatha darsho malena cha yatholbena vruto garbha tatha tene damavrutam avrutam jnanametena dushpurena nalena cha. So this desire is of 3 types. One is the desire like yatha ulbena garbha, like the placenta and the womb covers the baby. To remove that covering, you have to wait. There is no hurry. Till the gestation is complete, the baby cannot be seen. In the same manner, the tamasic desires pertaining to these worldly things, it will take the biggest toll of our life. Dhritarashtra. Then the second type of desires are rajasic desires. Like the dust covering the mirror. I want to do this thing, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that, and get tired and I don't know, I have done so much for my people, my children, my husband, nobody. See? Then what happens? Frustration. And the third desire, the most dangerous one. Sattvic desire, to do good to the world. अपना तो सत्यानाश कर लिया. We have destroyed ourselves fully. Now we want to improve the world. See? Like, Arjuna's problem was, Katham Bhishma Maham Sankhe Drunam Chamadhusudana Ishubhi Pratiyotsyami Puja Ravarisudana. How can I kill my guru and my grandfather? They are worthy of worship. See? Goody goody. These goody goody fellows are very dangerous. See? Ati vinayat dhurta lakshanam. Let us come on. Don't worry, another 5 minutes. I'll hold like this. No, don't worry. Let's not waste time. Okay. Forget about it. So, on the 9th floor he reached, and then he settled in a very comfortable asan and a proper posture. Very comfortable. Sthira sukham asanam. Not how you sit in a particular posture, but how happily you are disposed. Meditation cannot be experienced when you are suffering. Imagine you have got what you call root canal, and then you sit for meditation. Which is this mudra? This is sentidental mudra. Meditation. In the same manner. Pain here, pain there, pain everywhere. And then we sit for meditation. Sukhasane. Sit in a most comfortable posture and manaha samadhaya drudam vicharam akarot tada. And then he has withdrawn his mind from everything and then he started contemplation. Now see the difference? In Yoga Shastra, yogaha chitta vritti nirodha. Yogis are afraid of thoughts. And here, after the mind is fully quieted, now employ the mind. It is something like, I have never had a single accident in my life. Oh, you are a very good driver. When the husband says like this thing, will the wife keep quiet? Somebody ask him where he has gone by the car. Where is his car? Yes, where is your car? I have parked it in the garage throughout my life. How can there be an accident? So, parking the car in the garage throughout life and claiming that I have no accident in life is the same way that Chitta Vritti Nirodha, and in the Nirvikalpa Samadhi I sit down for 6 hours, 8 hours, and after that, Dum Dadaka again Suru. That is not spiritual life. Therefore, Vichara Akarot Tada. After having controlled, withdrawn the mind from the worldly pursuit, then he started his reflection and contemplation. Nunameti jana sarve kathameva vimohitaha na kopyatra vijanati svatmanam leshatopi cha sarvopi svatmano hetoho karoti vividha kriya kechit patanti shastrani samnayani cha nityasha kechit dhannan arjayanti kechit shasati चावनीम अन्ये युध्यन्ति रिपुम अन्ये भोगैकलम्पटः कुर्वन्ति तत्स्वार्थमेति स्वस्वात्मा कतमो भवेत् नैनं जानाति कोऽप्यत्र कुतः एवमयं भ्रमः. Now he starts thinking, all these people in this world, they are so much deluded and they do not know their essential self and they are struggling where some people are doing a lot of activities, good or bad. Some are studying scripture, some are studying the Agam Shastra, doing the Puja, Poti, Yagya. Some are earning a lot of wealth, some are becoming the ministers, and some are fighting the wars, and some are destroying the enemies, some are lost in the enjoyment. And for what they are doing it is for getting happiness, but none of them has ever got. How foolish the world is. Kurvanti etat swartham ete somatma katamo bhavet. So all these things, how it can be the self? Nainam janati kopyatra kuta evamayam brahmaha. Where from this delusion has come? None knows that this cannot be the self. Aho yathavadātmānam aviditatvam eva vaikritam vyartham swapne krutamiva tadadya vimrushamita. Like all that is done during the dream cannot be the real one in the same manner. All that is being done in this waking dream has no meaning. Unless we come to this state, This is the waking dream, friends. See, close the eyes, you all disappear. Open the eyes, again you come. So, your perception is dependent on a particular condition. You all must be bathing in the light. My eyes must be open. Mind must be behind the eyes. Then only the experience of you and me is possible. Any experience which demands n set of conditions is an illusion. That experience which does not demand any condition, and that experience is only our being. Whether waking, dream or deep sleep, we never experience our absence, this eternal presence. It is not created because of karma. It is not created because of upasana. It is not created because of yoga or the samadhi. It is not created because of the study of scriptures. It is uncreated presence. That which is present or present has to be only known. And that which is known and gained is always existing. See, friends, that which is unknown is, although existing, is as if not there. See? Therefore, all that can be rejected, reject it and come to discover. So, vyartham swapne krutamiva tajyate vibhushamitam. Therefore, all the struggle is just like in the dream. We all have dreamed 100 times. In the dream, nobody dreams the dream as a dream. After waking, we become, Sher Khan. But during the dream, it is so solid. Nobody dreams the dream as a dream. Gruha dhanya rajya dhana yoshit pashwadikam chana name swarupam bhavati tvahanta shrayatvatah. Now all these things, the house, the property, the wealth, the wife, the children, the animal, everything, all of them cannot be my essential nature, because with them I don't have the experience of I. When I see the camera, I don't get the experience that I am a camera. Similarly, when I see my property, my wife, etc., I don't get the experience of I. Therefore, they are all recognized as mine. So, therefore, I cannot be that. Madartha bhuta heto deho ham syam hi sarvata nunam kshatriyadayataha gaurango ham na samshayaha. Now I understand I am the body, because this body I consider as I, and I am born to a kshatriya, and I am very handsome and fair in complexion. Ahantaya samakranta tathaivepi janapare iti nishchitya dadyautam deham rajakumarakaha. And then he continued his thought process, that now he started thinking, yes, the body I am. Atha dehastha chatmatvam pratisheddhum prachakrame aho katham deha esha mamatayaha samashayaha. And when he started contemplating that the body I recognize as I, so I am the body, then he started considering, I am this body. But is the body the same all the time? The body has been constantly changing. First it was so small, cute, chubby. Everyone will lift me, hug me, kiss me. But now I go anywhere, people take the old newspaper and put it upside down and read. I don't know what is wrong with the people, why they don't like me. I am the same. What changes cannot be the me. In this manner, he started contemplating about his own body, Rudhira, Asti, Adi Sanghataha, Pratikshana Vikaravan, Mama Rupam Bhave Nunam, Chinnam Etattu Lakshate. But this body made out of the blood and the bone and the muscles and carrying all the dirt and constantly changing, how can this body be me? Because I don't experience that I am ever changing. So be very attentive, friends. Try to cognize that have we ever experienced that we are growing? We can never have that experience. We never have the experience that we are born. We never have the experience that we are old. We cannot have. When somebody tells us, uncle, the moment somebody calls you uncle for the first time, see, अक्कल ठिकाने पर आ जाती. And thereafter, first time when you are addressed as grandfather Dadaji, don't call me Dadaji before everybody. I'll tell you one thing, how terrible it is. One mother, we say mother is great and all that. One mother, one of my young boy, must be about 17 or 18. He was driving somewhere in India. So until I say, you are so lucky to have such a sweet mother. She is so active in the social work and all that. Everybody knows her. Swamiji, don't talk about her. I hate her. So why? You don't know how terrible she is. But what happened? Then he said, my sister got married very young, when she was 19 or 20. And that time my mother was hardly 45. Very young marriage, her also and her daughter also. Hardly difference between the mother and the daughter was 20 years. And therefore the mother was 40 and the daughter is 20 or 19. So she told very clearly her own daughter, you are not going to get a child. And she kept the husband and the wife separate for 5 years. No child should be born. Why? I don't want to be a grandmother in the society. Can you imagine? See? But we are unable to understand that we never experience growth. See, friends. Therefore, unless we become extremely subtle in our experience, this body with reference to whom only the whole waking world and all our relations are existing, this very body identification is questionable. Unless this is sorted out, all the spiritual practice you do, it is nothing but 100% self-deception. This has to be corrected. And this can be corrected only by abiding in the Absolute. In this manner, he started kashta, loshta samatvena, swapnado chanyatha stitaha, naham dehonya evam syam pranopeva tatha vidaha. So this body is remaining like a wooden log in the sleep and in the dream. How this body can be me? And so is the case with the prana, the mind and the intellect. And thus he discarded his understanding that I am the body, prana, etc. Thereafter what happened? Next session, next year. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.